Hey everyone, I'm Tanay, developer advocate for Linea, and with me I have Yash, who is the developer advocate for MetaMask Embedded Wallets. Welcome, Yash. Stoked to have you here.
Thanks a lot for having me here, Tanay. Really glad to be on Linear Stream.
And if you don't already know, Linea Exponent is going on. It is a 3-month growth program that helps teams deploy apps, prove traction, and launch their tokens on Linea. Here's a link where you can learn more about the program and register to participate. But yes, for those of us wanting to build new apps or improve existing apps for Linear Exponent, could you please introduce us to MetaMask Embedded Wallets?
Definitely. So MetaMask Embedded Wallet, it's a new offering from MetaMask to help developers create non-custodial wallets within their applications itself. So let's talk about what exactly we mean by that. So you have your traditional MetaMask wallet, but think about like your mom and dad, they might not have it, although we want them to have it, but it's like a slow learning curve around the crypto ecosystem. So what happens with embedded wallets is the same Web2 experience they're already familiar with, like just logging in via Google or socials or email OTP or whatever, right? So these kind of experiences can be directly added to the application, and the same non-custodial setup, the same level of non-custodiality what you get on a traditional MetaMask wallet with a social login, you'll get via embedded wallets as well within your application, and the whole flow will be totally invisible. So basically, for the end user, you're just doing a simple Google login, and in the backend, the whole private key generation and stuff like that happens through our node network, where multiple small shares are used to construct your private key, and that is used for signing the transaction, sending the transaction, and that is only done by the front end itself. Nothing is available on the back end. The same level of non-custodiality as you might have inside of your MetaMask wallet, inside of Chrome extension or a mobile app as well. And not just websites, it's available in apps and everything as well.
That's great. So apps that are participating in Linear Exponent and want to have that element of virality by maybe targeting Web3 users, but in addition, users who are not from the crypto space, this could be a great way for them to make onboarding experience much easier.
Definitely, like, and especially with KYC transactions and KYC based things as well. If you just go over, add a simple KYC setup and how to like onboard certain normal users, like who have not been into traditional Web3, they'll just complete their KYC, and you can just trigger using those credential itself your own private key and your own account for the application. This account is specifically for your application. No other application has the direct access to it, but you can use interoperability features that we offer to show it across the whole ecosystem. And very soon, this own account will be imported into MetaMask wallet easily as well.
That's really cool. And could you tell us a bit about like what kind of developer ecosystem exists for embedded wallets? Like what kind of SDKs do you have available? What kind of programs can builders integrate this into?
So when I talk about embedded wallets, it's like a huge ecosystem. Like literally any application that is out there can actually use it and just have their own ecosystem built around it. So in the past, we have like a lot of games use it as well, because games need really high like fast and throughput transactions as well, and they don't have the person to sign again and again, and that kind of UX does not work. So auto signing is one of the things that we offer. So when I talk about gaming, all the mobile, Unity, Unreal, Android, iOS, React Native, Flutter, all the different ecosystems we have always dealt with, and we have SDKs around that as well. And definitely this whole web ecosystem around Wagmi, React, Vue. So all these things, we have like a proper SDK system around that as well. But the most use case I see is for new and upcoming wallet like ecosystems. Maybe you are trying to create a smart account based wallet. Maybe you're trying to create an onboarding flow for your own ecosystem in which you don't want people to notice anything new or anything like traditional Web3, like what people might not be like very much used to. So those kind of things are like easier when I talk about these kind of ecosystems.
Cool. And I think like social login is like a very interesting component because that's what we are kind of used to, like coming from like a Web2 space with OAuth and so on. And I think MetaMask embedded wallets enables that as well, right?
Definitely. And I would rather take your experience, Tanay, as well. You were in Okta, as I remember. So those kind of things, you already know how secure OAuth is in general. And the same security when we translate into Web3 for all the transactions and the onboarding of the wallet is the same level of experience for developers as well.
Very cool. So you mentioned you have a demo and like an explanation also for builders wanting to actually integrate this into their apps, maybe existing apps or new apps. We'd love to see that.
Definitely. So, like, if I share my screen over here, we can talk about a lot of different things.
Sounds good.
Awesome. So this is like the Web3 Auth demo. So Web3 Auth is like the SDK name of this particular product. So when I go over here, I can see all my installed wallets and stuff like that. You can customize the UI however you want. You can have light, dark mode and stuff like that. And also like you can customize each and every small thing. If I go to your Web3 Auth dashboard where this is being done, I can just maybe choose only the social logins or only the uh, external logins. I can maybe change the modal how it looks like and stuff like that. I can change the border radius and stuff like that. Whatever I want, I can just change the whole UI to just focus on that, right? So in this particular demo, I already have MetaMask, Phantom, these kind of external wallets installed, but I'll go with the social login. So as soon as I click on the social login, it just redirected me to Google. I'm just logging in via Google, and this will go back into the demo itself, and it will generate a private key. Right now the whole instruction and the whole thing happened, and here's my wallet address as soon as it was done. And it's the same provider you get from MetaMask. We have not changed anything. The same provider from MetaMask is over here, the same way of interaction with the contracts, same Wagmi, ethers.js, any simple library that you're already used to can be used with Linea as well. And just like that, you can just open the wallet UI. You can see all your different transactions and stuff like that. You can see funding, swaps, and everything like that as well directly into the application. So if I see the UI, you can see I have different chains enabled and whatnot, and I can just directly use it. Depends on where I have different tokens available, and that is where I use it. This is particularly my DApp logo. So it's all white labeled for the particular DApp itself. So you can use it as a very major thing inside of your Linea Exponent application as well, because that is where the branding of your app shines, and not something like some other app will shine as well. And it's cross chain, so you can use it across multiple chains. So the way to use it is through the MetaMask documentation. And one thing I would recommend is like you can just go forward and see you want to create a wallet because you are creating a new wallet, or you want to add an aggregator as well. Any way it works. And you can just directly try and run it. And if you see the preview, there's a whole application made for you quickly as well. So you can just directly try run it and move forward with the different steps. One new thing that we have added to the Linea docs is to make a basic Linea app as well. So you can just use this quick start from Linea, and that is using embedded wallets directly as well from MetaMask. And you can utilize this for every single thing in your application. So that are the basic things. If I talk about MetaMask embedded wallets, I can deep dive into different things as well. And if you want to talk about particulars, let's just discuss about things.
Yeah. Can you tell, like, for people who are wanting to, improve their app's user experience? Let's say they have an existing app that they are participating in Linear Exponent with. What are some things, like concrete steps, they can take to improve the user experience to try to, increase their virality or the number of users signing up, and then improving the onboarding funnel as well?
Definitely. So it depends on where your target audience lives. Like, for example, people have some kind of different embedded applications. Like, for example, if you see, there was a Firecaster apps or X apps that are inbuilt into the whole ecosystem. Now X is actually experimenting with that. If you see the way the whole your login experience and the whole web view opens up, they are trying to experiment with that as well. Farcaster did it very well, and other Telegram mini apps and things like that are there. So when I talk about these kind of experiences coming over, that can make your apps really viral, right? You just click on Telegram, you just click on the link of the bot, and automatically it logs in with your account. You don't have to do anything. It feels very magical, right? So those kind of experiences are one of the major ones I've seen go viral in Web3. Another way might be like, obviously, the social login way, the general ways are there, connecting to the different wallets, having a great UI and great UX is there. Another thing what I feel is important is the auto signing. Right now we are in the days of AI agents. We want people to just go forward and the AI agent is automatically signing things for them. You have allocated certain funds, you can delegate certain funds as well, using 7715 as well. And after that, what happens is you can just auto sign things on the back end and it automatically works. So those kind of things go viral in terms of UX. In like X402 is one of the major ones being talked about as well, right? So you can just make like a simple server in which in the backend it's automatically creating a wallet for the user, and when we give it a like particular instruction, it delays a X402 payment. You want to book a flight or hotel or anything, booking.com is a very good one. So you can build all these different experiences with that. So these are the new age things I'm talking about. Obviously the UX of it, the way people are interacting with it, these are very specific to each and every application. Especially for mobile apps, I feel like if somebody has to go and exit again and again, it's not going to be a good UX. If you can just incorporate everything in the standard mobile application way, it will feel very magical to people. So those are a few things I can think about.
Thanks, Yash. Those are some good tips. Before we close out, where can folks reach out to you about questions regarding MetaMask embedded wallets? What's the best channel to get help?
So we have our own builder hub, builder.metamask.io. So what happens over here, anything related to any MetaMask ecosystem questions, you can just ask directly, right? And we have a very, very active team. We also have like a very technical bot that we have created to help you out with anything, right? So you can go ahead, create a thread, search for multiple threads because there are almost 1,000 questions asked already. People are very active out there and we are very active. I'm personally very active as well. So you can just directly do that. Or you can ping me on Twitter, on Telegram, anywhere. I'll be very happy to answer your questions. So yeah, looking forward to see you. And you can also join Telegram community and Discourse community of MetaMask. That is also where we are available for general chats as well.
Thanks, Yash. And before we close out, my colleagues from Linea also recorded a very nice live stream talking in depth about the Linea Exponent program and answering some frequently asked questions. So if you haven't seen it already, I'd highly recommend you to go and check it out. Well, that's a wrap. Thanks, Yash, for joining in. And thank you all for tuning in.
Thanks a lot for having me here.
Thank you. Bye.